I wanted to share this short video clip with you that I came across on Instagram the other day, and I want you to watch it and have a think about everything that you notice to begin with. So before we dive in and start looking at this in any detail and making any comments, just watch it, note down anything that you think at all.
Aaron, how many apples are there? Good job. There's how many apples?
6.
Good job. There's how many apples again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, good job. Now give me 3 apples. How many apples are left?
There's 3.
Okay, so 6 minus 3 is?
1.
Aaron, you have 6 apples. You gave me 3 apples. How many apples do you have left? Okay, so 6 minus 3 is?
2.
Okay, now we don't know the origin of this video. It doesn't necessarily mean that the person who made it posted it, but we do know it's a real child and a real adult, and they appear to be father and son, so there appears to be some connection there. And there's lots of different aspects we can look at. We can look at the mathematical aspects, we can look at what the child knows, at what the adult knows, and also look at the importance of adult knowledge of how children learn maths and to how to know and spot what children know, but also the importance of how we interact with children as well. So again, really short video, but so much that we can see. So let's go through some of these bits together. So we've all been here when we're feeling frustrated. So we don't know how long this has been going on for, but I think we need to put that to one side as we watch. So let's see what happens first.
How many apples do you have left?
3.
Okay, so 6 minus 3 is?
2.
So as the video clip starts, we can assume the father has asked the child to give him 3, and that's what we're seeing.
How many apples do you have left?
So even when we pause it there, we've got a child who I'm going to guess is around 4 or 5 years old maximum. He is later in the video when he counts out loud. Here we can see that he's not counting. So he's given his father 3 and he knows how many 3 are. And then when he's asked how many he has left, he says 3 instantly. So this, it's safe to assume that he is subitizing. You can see up to 3 things instantly without counting as a human, and you're most in touch with that when you're a young child. Notice that the apples are in a line. That's the hardest way to subitize. If they were sort of collected in a group, almost in a triangular formation, they're easier. So he's showing a huge amount of number sense already. Watch out for more as we go on.
Okay, so 6 minus 3 is?
2.
So you don't need me to tell you what's happened here. His father has now switched into a completely different language, using the word minus, which is a word he is unlikely to have come across very often or ever. And he hasn't said what he means. I also have to pick up at this point on the body language between the father and the child, or the adult and the child. We know this is not conducive to learning. And again, it may be on the father's part, partly because it's being videoed, but the child, it's not looking like a happy engagement, as we can see. And that is so important, keeping these things authentic.
Aaron, how many apples are there?
5, 6.
Good job. There's how many apples?
4, 5, 6.
So this is something I pick up on training a lot as a question, asking what does your typical, let's say he's 5, what does your typical 5-year-old do when you ask how many? They count, because although how many isn't wrong, it tends to imply counting by that point. But he counts to 6 accurately, and then his father says, good job, and asks him again, and he doesn't say 6. He counts them again. So to him, each of those apples has a number. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. It doesn't make sense to him that the whole thing is called 6. And yet we've already seen that he has the understanding that a whole group can be called 3. So this is a classic example of what is natural to children, what is meaningful to children, what we're born with, this ability to subitize. And then the thing we pay attention to as adults and in school is the you should count them, which is a human created system. And he's had more attention, he's had more feedback, he's had more praise for counting. So he's doing that when he's asked how many. Look at the father's reaction again. Look at the child.
Good job. There's how many apples again?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, good job. Now give me 3 apples.
So just pause there. Notice that the good job, good job, good job is always related to counting.
How many apples are left?
There's 3.
Okay, so 6.
So no good job for giving him 3. No good job for saying there's 3 on the table. Notice this because we do this a lot. The thing we pay attention to and give praise to is the thing the child will think is good maths.
Minus 3 is
1.
So what does he know? He knows when his dad asks him a question like this that the answer is a number, but he has no idea what he's being asked. So he's given a different number this time because last time he said a number, it wasn't right. So he's switched and said another number now. There's so much good learning going on the part of the child. And this isn't a criticism of a father. It is an acknowledgement that as adults, when we do not understand how children learn and or how maths works, that saying 6 minus 3 is like literally switching into a different language and expecting an adult to give you an answer when they have no idea what you're saying. So think about how this could have been switched just by a simple change of language. Then think again about how could it have been changed so that it was a more authentic interaction over mealtime. So this doesn't feel like the father is teaching the child something. They're interacting about the food on their plate and how much is left and dividing it up and so forth. So moving things and playing with the mathematical ideas here.
Aaron, you had 6 apples. You gave me 3 apples. How many?
Okay, so we're back to the beginning of the video. But what is Aaron learning about learning with his parent here? What is the parent saying to Aaron about this interaction, about maths, about how separate, when we watch this, does the maths of real world feel compared to the maths of what we teach? And you look at the comments as well. If you go over to Instagram, you can find this. But also it's called Fast Laughs. And we've got emojis that are laughing and crying. This requires a lot of patience because my hands are itching. I have no words. I would say that most of the people that are commenting like that, they are on the side of the parent thinking about the frustrations of trying to teach maths to a child. David says, let him know minus means take away or give away, he'll get it. It's the word minus. I don't think he fully understands what that means. So there's 25 replies there. You can go and have a look. I hope you get a lot from watching this. It's very short. Watch it again. But the thing I want you to take away the most is this child has excellent number sense, really excellent. And he's going to move away from that because the feedback he's getting from an adult is, I'm not noticing what you can do. I'm not noticing or understanding. I'm trying to teach you to do something else. And that is what is happening with most of our interactions with our children in our class, in our home life as well. If we do not understand the maths ourselves and we do not understand how children learn number sense.